So I want to preface this, but this video is going to take forever. This took me about 30 minutes to record. I would say that on a normal day, I would be able to do this makeup look in about 5 minutes. It's a slightly elevated version of my previous makeup look on this channel, back when my hair was white. So what I'm first starting with is an eye primer. It's the MAC Paint Pot in shade Painterly, because the soft ochre is a little bit too yellow for me. The next part of this is basically just me blending it in with a brush that is clean. I checked on my hands, if you saw it in the clip. You just wipe the brush on your hands to see if it's clean. Honestly, clean your makeup brushes. I don't. So the next part is I'm going in with like this E.L.F eyeshadow palette. Sorry, the coffee is wearing off. Okay. It's a $4 E.L.F eyeshadow palette. It's got some wonderful cool neutrals, and I'm just going in like a light shade with like the same brush that I used to pat in the eye primer. And truthfully, you just kind of pat that everywhere, because it's this is so weird. Girl, just put on the eyeshadow, you put on a light shade, and then you put on a dark shade. Okay? I'm going in with the light shade right now, and then pretty soon I'm gonna go in with the dark shade. I'm gonna put the dark shade around my crease with a different brush. The brush that I'm going to use is a little bit softer, because you can overdo it with the dark shade. If you're like me and you have relatively deep set eyes, then you don't need to do much with your crease. It's basically just there to say that you did it. Like, for me, I mostly do it because it helps with the eyeliner placement, actually. And no, I cut out like a full minute of me yapping about like me using a mirror. Like, duh, use a mirror, don't be an idiot. So what I want you to notice about the eyeliner is I want you to notice how fearful I am of it. Now, eyeliner can smell your fear, so you just have to look straight on into the mirror. I find that using a bigger mirror is actually preferable. And really for your eyeshadow, if it feels like it's a little bit much, like it might look like it's a little bit too much on me right now, but the eyeliner is black and it is liquid, and it is going to make the eyes look a little bit bigger and more like angular and shaped, which is going to make the eyeshadow fit more into context. So you'll find, like, I'll put a picture up of an eyeshadow look that has a really bold color on it that I did before. And really, truthfully, you can get away with a really crazy eyeshadow look and just put like a big old color block all over your eyelid, as long as you have an eyeliner that is like long and thick enough, that sounded wrong, to make it make sense in context. So the only advice I can really give with this particular eyeliner is that you really just have to look at it head on, and you have to try to match the angle of the line that's coming out of your eyelid, basically, because your eyes are not shaped the same, and your eyeliner, if it just follows the natural line of your eyes, is going to emphasize that asymmetry. So what you have to do is you have to sort of fight against the asymmetry of your eyes by trying to make the lines match when you're looking head on. Because really, like, that's when it's going to be the most noticeable when it's off. I think I say in this video, like the audio of it, I say, like, if you mess up your eyeliner, just tilt your head when you're talking to someone, because then they're not going to know. Like in that picture I showed before with the Pepto-Bismol eyeshadow, those eyelids were not even. They weren't even at all. And it doesn't matter. Like, your eyeliner doesn't have to be even, like, entirely. And really, truthfully, look at that. That is a beautiful eyeline. I love that. And you know, spoiler alert, I do not match the other side of this. I was really hoping that I would, but sometimes you just don't. So I'm gonna skip ahead to when I have finished fiddling around with the eyes, and I've put more eyeliner on, and I've taken eyeliner off, and it still basically looks the same. So, you know, the moral of the story is just like, as long as the wings themselves are fine, let the mascara do its job of hiding the thickness of the line, and you'll be fine. So depending on how much like you have put like eyeshadow over your eyelashes specifically, you might have to, well, for me, I have to just like do like Republican makeup, like the higher the lash, the closer to God. And I do this because I have a lot of lashes, and you know, I'm suffering from success here. But it means that in order to get like an even application of mascara and not just look like it's completely clumpy and messy, I have to just go over a bunch of times. And then, you know, maybe that's not the best way to do it, but if you have a lot of product already on your eyelashes, I don't really know of a good way to like take it off beforehand. I have tried using a spoolie. I've tried using one of those little eyelash combs that you use to block your brows, to like lay them down with the Elmer's glue. None of that really does a great job. So just go over it with like the mascara wand, and you see how like good it is. Like, I have like long lashes, and I use the no, it's the Tarte. So it's the Tarte tubing mascara that I use, and I just like it, and I have it, and it's the only mascara that I've actually run out of. This is like the second to last step. I basically take like a white eyeshadow and I stick it on like the lids. I find that doing it at this stage, it sort of like softens the line between the light eyeshadow and the dark shadow on the crease. It makes it blend a little bit better without using a shimmer, which I'll do sometimes, but I've really been liking the like just the matte eyelid. I find it's kind of nice. I like the difference. Like, I can really see a difference there. It's not much, but like every little step makes a difference. So you'll notice with the lipstick, I'm not going to swipe it, because I find that unless I'm just literally gonna go for like a full like Morticia Addams like red lip, which is a little bit bold for every day, I think, I like to tap it on my lip, and you make that, basically you can turn any kind of like a bold lipstick into something that is much more soft. Like, you'll see that this is a really, really bold lipstick, and it's very, very dark. And the way that I just kind of tap the lip on the cheeks as blush, and then just use a little bit, it's totally fine. You'll see me literally using like a Trader Joe's lip mask. I think you could just use Vaseline at this point. I like to put a little bit on my lips just because they're dry and chapped basically all the time, and it just doesn't feel good to have matte lips. I don't think that I really need that in my life. So that's it. That's the finished look, and now I get to spend the next 15 minutes trying to pose in a way that I like, because my hair does not like to stay tucked behind my ears. So I will refer you back to the beginning of the video for the finished look. Hope you enjoyed.